All right, so yeah, bit of an awkward one. Stream cut out, so we have had to redo a couple of things. We ended on Kane mentioning that Pete Veretto didn't get picked for the Maroons. My only thoughts on that is suck shit. You turned code on the Blues and you didn't get picked anyway, so I hope you cry about it. I feel that's all we need to be said on that. We did speak longer on that before, but you know, that was a different timeline. um, let's move on to the Bulldogs versus the Sharks. Just quickly, Maxwell, hell of a game again. 12 line breaks, over 200 run meters and a try. Drew Matthews in a losing side, 33 tackles, no miss to try and try assists. Hodgson, as always, just crazy, crazy playing at 12, playing like the 11s do. And then Michael Crimp had another great game, which played him into a Blues jersey. Just quickly, your thoughts, boys.
Oh, pardon me. Yeah,
Great thoughts,
doggies.
great thoughts.
Yeah, doggies.
That's my thoughts on the doggies as well.
Yeah, that's my thoughts on the doggies, to be honest. But nah, they're still firing. They've got such a good team, but it's we don't want another manly team on our hands. They might go undefeated for 2 seasons. Just be another shit period of the SRL, and hopefully they lose one day. But it's honestly surprising to see what Damo's done with the team. It's I say fucking hell of a job, Damo, because it's a pain in the ass to be a captain some days.
Yeah,
He's done a hell of a job.
I said it before. He took the good half of the Cowboys.
Yeah. So it's pretty much Canterbury Bankstown Cowboys because Damo took every piece of them there.
I mean, we talk about Maxwell though, but their forwards, they set up such a good
Fucking
platform
crazy.
for the rest of the Bulldogs. Like their forwards do a brunt of that work, and it's just surprising to see how well they perform.
Like Hodgson's one of the main bits there. He at 12 just making line breaks at will, scoring tries, just absolute solid player there. They got a good one there. Anything else, or should we move on because we've already kind of covered this and it didn't get recorded?
What about the who was the try? Kobe Johnston. We think we should talk about that. Try down. Was it the Bulldogs game?
It was like the one where you made the
Oh
breakdown.
shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Piece
was
of beauty.
honestly try of the season.
Try of the fucking league ever. To be honest, I don't know if I can think of one that's just been so well worked like that.
Yeah, that was a pretty good try. That's all I can really say. I've seen a lot of fancy tries this season, if I'm being honest.
So, if the Cowboys scored on that play where Chris Lord did the kick, that easily would have topped
Yeah,
it.
that would have been
But
a
they
try of
scored
the
on the
season.
next play, so it technically is a try of the season. Set of the season, yes, not try of the season. Yeah, that was some try, bloody. I looked at it, I was like, fucking, when Maxwell did the pass, I'm like, oh shit, he passed, and then the bloody, I think it was the winger or the center, he passed back into Johnston, and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? That was some good footy by the Dogs. Fuck them though, fuck them. Should I do the 3-2-1s and we move on?
Yeah.
So me and Kane both did Maxwell at 3 and Drew Matthews at 2. I did Hodgson at 1 and Kane did Crimp at 1. Now, we're going to move on to the Panthers Eels again. Sorry, Lukey. I dubbed it the Spoon Bowl. A lot of people did. 48-24 to the Panthers. It started tit for tat, very close, but then just Panthers kind of ran out on top at the end. I'll get your thoughts on that, Luke.
Yeah, no,
Sure. Clearly, I'm talking to the Eels captain. Come on, Driscoll. I really should have said Shorty. Fuck me.
yeah, no, it was another tough one, tough loss again. It was shit, to be honest. Looked good, promising to start with. We were in it. I didn't like how we started with the kickoff straight off. The first set straight over the sideline. Put him in that, for the first try.
Yeah, he's
But
slick.
we got straight back into it, so that wasn't too bad. But the biggest thing is, like, this is probably the worst season Para's had. Like, we've had shit seasons since I took over, and that's probably biggest reason why I'm being removed as captain, which it's sad but understandable. Like you got to change it up. But this season is just we weren't losing by bloody 20 plus every game.
Yeah, you guys have been dealt the short hand of the stick, or end of the stick. Sorry. You got you got a 2 and a 7 in your hand. You don't got aces. It's unfortunate. You've had what, one of your golds, was it silvers or golds that went, like Cherry Evans and bloody,
Cherry
Zaza,
Evans.
Zaza, in
Zaza.
particular.
was it Sandag still there, or Sandag was one
No,
that went?
Zaza's gone, bro. Zaza's
Okay,
gone.
yeah, I don't know if that.
No,
that
they
was
were my
the-
silvers. Golds, golds are Pache and Simmons, but yeah, no, losing Satendag and losing Cherry Evans, especially with how Simmons is going at the moment, he's not performing in the role at fullback that I hoped. Having Evans would have been really good to be able to just slot straight in there, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. I have changed it up this week. Cox is going to have that run at fullback. He's not the worst fullback. I'm not saying, I should say that. He lit up the mines last season, so we're hoping that we can translate that to this SRL, but we'll have to see.
Hopefully so. I say it every week. I want to see you guys come good. I don't like seeing you guys down there. I want the grubs down there. I want the dogs down there. Dogs won't go down there, but it's just one of those things. You've basically been handed the short end bloody the last few seasons. You've done what you can, but at the end of the day, footy's a dog eat dog world. If the results aren't showing, then that's what the bosses have to do. They have to move you on.
That's it.
I hate that you're going, but we gotta deal with the lemons that life's thrown us.
Shit happens.
But I'll give on a more brighter note, I'll give a fucking mention to Chad Johnson. How fucking good is he going? He scored a double, had 211 run meters. Bloody hell, mate.
So the irony that almost the majority of good players in the SRL that we talk about, Chad Johnson, Cody Ogg, Ricky Manu, where did they all start?
Where did they all start?
At the Eels.
Really? Did
Yeah.
Seamus have
Yeah.
those?
Yep.
Yeah.
I had Seamus with me. I brought him up
Shit.
from the mines.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ogg and Manu were with me last season. Christian McKay was with me, but he's up to the Titans now, and we all know how that's gone.
Yeah, fair enough. Didn't even know that, to be honest.
I feel like I'm part of the
crazy.
reason the Eels are going bad now. Now I feel even worse. Shit.
Yeah, well, look, we've spoken about Ogg before. There's not much I can say about that one. Ogg's a Rooster supporter.
He was a loyal. He was a loyal guy.
Manu, I can say fuck you, Matt, for that one. But
Hey, you know what happened there? So I gave him the message, and then he's like, "I'll get back to you if Eels want me. I'm going to stay at the Eels." And I'm like, "Fair enough. Loyalty is the best policy." And then like 2 minutes later, because you guys weren't sure, and I was sure I was going to give him fullback, he wanted to know his future. So we said, "Yeah, I'll sign with you." That's all that happened there. If you said he was your fullback, you would have had him.
yeah, no, Manu was definitely locked in. I may have dropped the ball on that one, sort of not letting him know, but Manu was definitely locked in. He was one of mine. I think I do understand. I think the salary cap was my biggest issue with that one. I wasn't too sure exactly where the salary cap was going to fall at the time, and that's probably where that little indecisiveness come from me going, "Oh yeah, Manu, I want you here, but at the moment I can't guarantee anything because the cap is the cap."
Yeah, that literally happened with me, but the other way around. I basically had Lachlan Martin signed, but this was before the cap was released, like the new overalls. So I wasn't 100% if we're going to be able to fit him in over Lewis and Punch. And Lewis and Punch are my RL mates, so I had to give precedence to them. And yeah, I couldn't guarantee him a spot. Titans did, so he made that sign.
Yeah. And see that's where the cap hurt me was I had those players on the verge of gold. or they were sitting silver, and they didn't make gold because other players pushed them out. And
Yeah,
Maybe
bloody.
you should have went with the strategy that other teams had, where like so I was really late to get signed from the Bunnies to somewhere else because I just said I'm waiting until the end of the season. Yes, it was open. I'm like I'm not
Fuck me,
deciding.
I've been talking this whole time. My mic was muted.
Yeah.
I think everyone's cutting me off.
What happened was I had a lot of teams approach me, and then I had a lot of them say, "Oh, sorry, we can't fit you in now." They went overboard and just tried to see who was interested, and then they
So-
picked from that.
yeah, and this is where I said I probably haven't been as ruthless as I have as captain. Like, and this is what we've spoken about before with Matty is talking about the anti-tampering now that's in place. Like, you know, some captains they jump on round one and start, you know, trying to poach players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame Liam Ryan for that one. Motherfucker pinched Bennett at round 2.
And so I've always been I would say gentleman on it and going, look, I'm not going to say anything to you until the back end of the season because, you know, I don't know what the cap's going to be. I don't know who I really want to keep, who I'm going to let go because, you know, over the season people might not perform and whatnot.
Yeah, see, that was my problem this season is I actually waited to the end of the season, like, fully. And then by that time, I messaged everyone, literally everyone, just got nose back. And then I was waiting to hear back from 2 people, which were going to be my halves. But Jack O'Neill said no. And then Luke Thompson said, oh, there's a chance. And then he just never got back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. I chased, like, Al Matangi, I chased Ben O'Donnell, I chased all these players to try and get him into that fullback position.
See, that surprised me because I didn't even have Almatangi selected. He just was the last one left, and I was like, I'll take him for sure. Because I reached out to Brody Kennedy and Sean Walker, who just so happened to be 2 fucking inactives.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Al Matangi never got back to me, or I would have happily signed him at the Eels. I would have had him playing fullback for us this season.
Yeah.
Well, that is
Future discussion.
you poor guys.
So you know, in a way, maybe I'm losing this captaincy because I was too much of a gentleman. I should have been a bit more of a dog eat dog, you know.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. I'm glad that there is the anti-tampering thing now, though, and hopefully players or captains and their leadership groups do abide by it. We know some haven't.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if they do try to reach out, and that includes players that just want to leave a club when they're reaching out to captains, hopefully everyone comes forward and abides by the fucking rules.
Yeah, Kane.
Because I agree.
What have I done?
As a captain, it wouldn't sit well with me doing things outside of what's already said. Like, it just seems like a proper way to do it is have that signing window. The moment it opens is when you can start approaching everybody.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I've
I
had-
guess a way
I've
around it, you
heard
could just
some
message
things
the
that
chat and
haven't
say I'm
been
looking for a
said.
winger.
Yeah.
Don't ask anyone
I've-
to say I'm looking for wingers or looking for a fullback or whatever.
When the
and
trade, when it opens up, I'm looking for this position if anyone's interested.
Yeah.
But only that.
I mean, once the window opens up, you can then start contacting, can't you? You don't even have to do that.
Yeah.
you can, yeah.
All right.
But yeah, like I know, I've heard of certain players and clubs already reaching out, whether it's the captain's group or it's a player individually seeking for a new start. And it's just
Yeah.
like, come on, man, just wait for the window.
Oh, and it's going to happen. Like, there's no way you can really stop it from happening. Like, you know, we can't. People can't pry into people's DMs and stuff like that.
Yeah, just hopefully people do come forward. Like, I know I've come forward with some evidence of tampering. And today something got announced as well for a different club. So hopefully just people do abide by the fucking rules and bring everything forward and just keep it all on even field.
And if you notice any of your players, like this is as captains, if you notice any of your players bloody kind of toeing the line, you talk to them. And I know bloody Lachlan would have and bloody Mark would have, but bloody
Fucking Lord knows I am.
if you know that they're kind of toeing the line, you get them in line real quick. Like even if you're joking around, jokes can be taken out of context with a screenshot.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, we should get back onto the footy, shouldn't we?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get back to the games.
So yeah, we're pretty much done with the torture of Luke. 3-2-1s. Kane's copied me. Johnson 3, Ralph 2, and Joey June 1. Just quickly, Joey June, hell of a performance, losing side, but a double in the centre. It's
definitely.
fucking beautiful.
And that just goes to show what a 60 overall rookie can do if given the chance.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it was actually quite funny to watch, to be honest. And that try celebration where I jumped into the arms was just fucking
I
irony.
loved watching that. The big fella jumping on the little rookie.
Especially considering, like I said, I've put this out before. Joey June's my wife's player. She controls him.
I didn't actually know
was
that.
very, very irony. The irony of that celebration was just hilarious.
Honestly,
I had no
that's
idea.
awesome.
Okay.
Eh?
Actually, from that game, there was a winner because in that was I watched every game and it had the largest concurrent viewership at any moment out of the whole week, which it had 48 people watching at once.
Hell yeah.
That was more than every other game across the SRL this week. So everybody wanted to tune into the Eels Panthers game. Go figure.
Ironic, huh? Everyone was like,
Yeah.
it's the Blood Bowl, nobody wants to watch it. It got the most views.
Hey, I didn't say nobody wanted to watch it. I just,
No, I never said you, I said other people.
No, like here's the thing with the Panthers and Eels. They were playing for something. They were playing for that spoon,
No, they were playing for fucking pride.
and not the spoon. Anyways, we should move on to Driscoll's team, Titans versus the Knights. I don't think he wants to talk about this either.
Oh, I'm happy. We'll try.
36-6, the Knights over the Titans. What a boil over! I'm going to put it down to complacency and a lack of respect for their opposition. They made a lot of interesting changes that just none of them worked out. Demando just didn't get involved at fullback. Liam Ryan is a fullback. He's not a winger. Mark Lee, he should be a good hooker. He didn't perform bloody last night. And just, yeah, the Knights just took advantage of that. John Nanai, just a menace as always. He's my prop of the year at the moment for sure. But then one last thing before I let you guys talk. Richards, 242 run meters. Jesus Christ. All right, go on, boys.
Well, I'm just going to say that I was really hoping the Titans would win because we got the Knights next week, and seeing that performance has honestly made me shit myself.
I mean, I wouldn't take anything away from that because, as I think Maddie just pointed out, those changes really were more detrimental than helpful. There were some positive performances, though, but they were too far and few in between for the Titans. I don't think we'll see Liam Ryan never in winger again. I think he'll be a fullback for the rest of the season. I imagine that everything goes back to normal from here on in, and I think you might be right. It may be just that the Knights were struggling and they wanted to try something different, the leadership team of Titans, and it didn't work.
Yeah, I think the
So,
best part
what
about
made you change something that wasn't broken?
Can't know.
Cocky. I've been cocky.
Yeah,
I think they
feel
just wanted to see how Demano would go for maybe the future.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
So what, did they just deem the Knights could have an easy game to make changes then?
Yeah, that's why I
You
said at the
think
start it was complacency and a lack of respect.
But if you're going to make
Yeah,
those
I mean,
I think you do those at one at a time, not. So you also had Christian McKay play 80 minutes at left second row. That was also a change. So Liam Rogers only played 18-minute prop for that game, as opposed to the 40 or 62 minutes or whatever he plays usually.
Yeah, just like his height, his minutes got shortened as well.
So there was a lot of changes in the substitutions and positions, and yeah, it just showed. I know I pointed out I made 32 tackles, and 20 of those were on Dusty, but it wasn't enough. Like, we still got the most minutes, so for the Knights,
At least you stopped him.
I stopped him.
Yeah, so honestly, my opinion, the best part about the Titans' performance last night is when they walked off the field.
Yep.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Onwards and upwards. We'll get a win over the Canberra. That'll boost our spirits.
Fucking hell. Nah, you guys won't.
All right. Should we move on to the 3-2-1s?
Why not?
So for me, I've done Nanai 3, Richards 2, Butters 1, Kane's gone Richards 3, Nanai 2, and Sadler 1. And on to my second favourite game of the round. It was the Seagulls taking on the Storm. Storm going up 32-24. They took a massive early lead, 24-0. So Manly, they did good to get back into the game and all that stuff.
Did you just say 34?
I said 32-24.
Oh, okay.
Manly did good to get back into it. They clawed their way back, but just in the end, it wasn't enough. Kobe Kelly just bloody destroying them.
Little prick.
Speaking of Kelly, I did notice in the chat he was saying that he's a much better pick than Og. Was it?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
shit talking Augie and that.
Okay, I'm Og's captain in both the Blues and the Roosters. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're dead fucking wrong, mate. You know one thing one of many things Og has over you, bro. He doesn't have a strike. Yeah, so that the current strikes kind of tip the scales away from you. But yeah, even then, you're a winger, and you're gonna tell me you're better than Bell, you're better than Weston, you're better than bloody Crimp? No, you're not. You're young, and you got the potential to be one of the best players, but not right now. And Og, he's a centre second rower, so. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, Kelly got. Funnily enough, though, he got the 3 points from both of us in our bloody thingo. So
Was it a double he scored?
he scored a double. It was.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Was
But
it?
once again, like on my point of view, it was a fucking tale of two halves. Last week we got monstered by the Cowboys in the first half, and they only scored 8 on us in the second. And then in the second half of this game, they scored, was it 8 points again, I believe?
Second half, yeah.
Yeah, it was just, if we can keep teams closer in the first half, we should get them in the back end of the second half, is the way it seems.
It's ironic that you did better in the second half when you were just like the rest of us watching from the sidelines.
Yep.
He didn't like that one.
Oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
What made it worse is the second I came on, it was on fifth tackle, I got the ball and I fucking dropped it.
Oh, it was beautiful. I forgot who said it. It was one of the commentators. It's like, oh, Kane's going to come on, he's going to get a kick straight away, and then just does that. I was just like, that's perfect. So yeah, you're going to be like us for the first half of next week as well, just watching from the sidelines.
I did notice during the game, it really changed once we got both our forwards back on the field.
What, back
with Beckman and Goodwin.
Yeah.
They really turned around for us. And then there was a glitch or something because Beckman never came back on, even though he was meant to.
We don't call it glitches, we call it fuck-ups.
Regardless, there was a mishap that Beckman didn't come back on. But at least it gave Kalen some more minutes and things like that, and some other players. But yeah, the second half performance, I was very proud of the boys. They really brought it back. But we just need to work on our first half starts because we're starting too slow. And nothing away from the Storm. He's played freaking great as always. Will K still shaking, but they still get the win. Kelly, you're a little fuckwit, but you played really good. Congratulations. And Bell, go fuck yourself.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Will we talk about the fact that you were basically bleeding in your ears and eyes every time you seen Will K's bloody scoring animation?
Dude, that thing played too many times, man.
I feel like they need to cut down on it. Like especially for the ones that've got it from like when they convert a try. So,
See, I didn't. It annoyed me the most when because he scored and played, kicked the goal and played again. I was like, dude, you only need it once.
I reckon.
yeah.
I reckon
Man,
it should
I
be.
just sit there with the Storm game versus us.
Yeah. Now, I reckon how it should be done is try scorers that have it 100%. For goal kickers, only for when the goal matters. If you kick it from the sideline, yes. If you kick it to win the game, yes. But if it's just a generic bloody right in front, don't have your animation, bloody arrogant fucker. Um,
Also, when it comes to animation, just for people that might be interested in the future, could you please DM me? Are we allowed any non-copyrighted music, or does it have to be something selected
It's
from a list from
non-copyrighted
you?
music.
'Cause
Oh,
fucking
sweet.
falling in reverse. Let's go. Let's go.
Ugh.
All right. Anyways, so
Thank
yeah.
you, Timmy.
I just want to add one thing. With that, you know what you were saying before about Kobe Kelly. Yeah, it's a bit hard to try and sell yourself better than someone else when you end up being striked almost daily.
And yeah, he's got so much controversial things about him that isn't great. Like, that's the reason why Lennox missed out two Origins ago, I think it was, for his attitude. And then he picked up his attitude and was good again, so he got selected the previous Origin. So, like, your attitude really does matter because it plays an effect on everybody, and especially those selectors.
Like it's
in certain
it's
positions.
performance first, probably incumbent second, and then attitudes around second as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
if you could be a good player, but if you're an absolute shit kind of a person, you're not even going to get a second thought or a first thought for that matter.
Exactly, and that's exactly right. Even me as a captain, I don't want people's egos or attitudes. I want their player.
Yeah, exactly. That's like when we had Bell. We showed Bell he wasn't bigger than the team. We're like, yeah, you're our best winger at the time. But we'll see you on the fucking bench every fucking week, regardless if your attitude doesn't change.
That's it. And then, he turned it around and started coming good, and I gave him a second chance, brought him back in season 5. He won another premiership with us. So, like,
Yeah.
Bell is a good story there where, like, you can start off as, like, a pretty shit cunt, but then you can come good and become a top
Yeah.
bloke.
Yeah, exactly.
Another good example would be Timmy.
I was waiting for
Timmy
that.
was, Timmy was good, then he was a fucking cunt, and then now he's my best bud.
No, Timmy's
No,
still
no, no,
Timmy's still a
Timmy's
shit
still-
cunt. He bullies fucking teenagers.
Tim's still a cunt, but it's the cunt we love.
Yeah, he's the dick in the friendship that you need in the friendship.
Of course.
You always need that one.
I'm a good kid.
Deep
I'm
down,
not a
he's a softie. Deep down, he's a softie.
Of course, I've got a soft spot for everyone.
Mm.
Hell yeah.
No, anyways, we'll do the 3-2-1s. We already said Kelly's both are threes. I've done Fawn for 2 and Jack Jimmy for 1, and Kane's gone Fatu for 2 and Riley Murray for 1.
No, I haven't. I've got Thorn written down for 2.
I literally wrote down what you told me, so if you've changed it afterwards, fuck you.
I haven't. I read it down as I told you. I've got Kelly for 3, Thorn for 2, and Jimmy for 1.
Nope.
That's what I've got written down.
Anyway, so now
You got it wrong.
we've done these 3. Those are the 3 you told me right after the game finished. So you must have changed it. Anyways, we'll do our
boy,
team
I
of the
was
week.
drinking.
You were fucking drinking, eh? So, as soon as the game started, he cracked open a JD. He's like, "Yep, let's forget about this already." Yeah.
I was nervous.
There was no sadder moment for Kane, right? They're currently 24-0 down when the news breaks about Luke Shaw.
Yeah, it wasn't a great time for me.
No, I was gonna say I kind of stole a bit of that thunder from the Knights. I feel
No,
biggest upset of the whole season, and I released that.
there was
It was-
was perfectly
I had the mix of hearing that, watching the Manly game, and getting sent off, and drinking, so my emotions were like,
Literally,
hey, this is shit.
when I first told the news to Kane, the first thing I heard was the JD cracking open. So yeah. Anyways, we'll do our team with a list real quick. We got Tatara Maxwell at fullback, no shock. We got Kobe Kelly, Dylan Sharp on the wings. We got Joey June and Jack Jimmy in the centres. KCK and Charlie Butler are our halves. Front row is John Nanai, Brad Goodwin, with Drew Matthews grabbing the hooker spot. Our back row is Chad Johnston, Dustin Richards, and then our lock is Pete Verado. On the bench we have Chaz Dingo, Chance Bunce, Fe'u, and myself.
Can't complain.
That would be a good side anyway. Sorry, no, I'm not going to move on. Any more comments on that besides can't complain?
Nah, it's a pretty good side. Can't complain with it still.
Alright, good, sweet. That means we did it right. Now now we'll go on to our power rankings. We got Bulldogs 1, Warriors 2, Titans 3, Storm 4, Broncos 5, Raiders 6, Knights 7, Roosters 8, Sharks 9, Cowboys 10, Grubs 11, Manly 12, Panthers 13, and Eels 14.
Damn, you got the Broncos up there pretty high, to be honest. I mean, they got a good win over Cowboys, but fuck, I feel like they got a bit let in by Chris Lord. You know, that never happened. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
unlucky him.
Titans should probably be lower, and I'd say Canberra would be above it.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say, I didn't have anything to do with this week's power rankings. Matt did it without me.
I wrote it all, told Kane. Kane didn't disagree with anything. So, yes, you did actually have something to say about
because
it.
regardless, my opinion doesn't matter when it comes to power rankings. Usually, it's my rankings.
No, I asked you for a reason.
Power rankings and can call it that.
Alright, and for the first time, we've been tallying up all the points as you heard, but I'm actually going to list the top 5 because I bothered to finally write it into the Google Sheets. For the Chapten's Corner Awards, we got, no surprise, there's 4 fullbacks in the top 5, eh? But there's one second row. So we got Maxwell, he's on 22 points. Liam Ryan's on 16 points. Chad Johnson's on 13 points. Chance Bunce is on 12 points. Mind you, he got all of those 12 points in the last 2 games. He's gotten the max voting 2 games in a row. And then we got Dom Ponkston on 11 points. That is...
Where's Eli?
Yeah,
No bias. No bias.
I'm sorry, but Eli's been playing, like, not the best the last 3 weeks.
Oh, none of us have been playing good, mate, so it's understandable, to be honest.
Let me... I can't even check here. I don't want to go off the stream page because I don't want to risk it closing again. But we should move on to our last agenda. Fuck, I sounded like Paul Kent. Or Ben Arkin, sorry. The following round.
You forgot the don't look moment.
Oh, fuck, yeah. So our look moment is KCK Simbin. That was fucking beautiful to watch.
Was that yours? Oh, mine was the Nanai try.
Oh yeah, I did mention the Nanai try. It's not even because of his try. It's just because of fucking Tim James's fucking orgasm in commentary.
Oh,
I love it.
yes.
I love your commentary, man. You need to do Manly games for me.
Good. I've tried, but you guys got fucking whacked, so I got bored. It's cool
Yeah,
you guys
well,
doing
this
it.
week would have been good for you. We made it competitive in the second half.
Oh, but Storm games are so shit. I mean, you never know. This week I could be fucking doing a game, so just keep your ears open, mate. I always try to get Manly games, man. Don't worry.
Yeah,
If you do know that you're doing a Manly game, just let me know beforehand so I can get warmed up.
I'll let you know. Don't worry.
and our don't look is a tie between all the halves kicking in the round, or Lord's mishaps and stupidity.
I think it's got to be Lord's mishaps. I think he gone the way 5 times in that game.
That was yeah.
Counted.
Jesus. Oh damn. Come on. We expect better from you, Lord.
Yeah, he fucking stunk.
Who's that? He was doing a fucking Daniel Keat fucking impression.
Yeah, get in the fucking way because he's too big.
Jeez.
Too big.
Well, that happened 6 or 7 times, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they dropped Kate and brought in Logan. So does that mean they need to drop and bring me in?
Maybe. Man, we'll happily have our rookie back.
I think anybody would be happy to take Lord.
Yeah.
I'd move out of lock for him.
Fuck those.
I already know I
I'd
can
give
play
him
8,
captaincy
so
if he's coming back.
Jesus. That's a bit of a like he is a better captain than you, but like damn, bro.
Oh, fuck off. Probably. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Alright, let's
Yeah.
shall we move on to the next week's games?
Yes.
Alright, I'll let you boys do the team list for this one because the first game's Canberra and the Titans.
Oh.
Yep, so we're back to normal. It's going to be close. I'm going to say we'll win 24 to 18.
All right. Whatever, Derek. Yeah. Fuck, I don't think we made a change to our team, to be honest.
I mean,
We
you're
went back
you're
to
back
normal.
at you're back at 9. Rahul's back at 13.
Yeah, we're back at normal after that shit show last week. We just hope to beat the shit out of Titans through the middle, maybe get around their wingers a couple of times. So I reckon we'll win by, say, a try.
So I'm saying win by a try, and you're saying you're going to win by a try.
Yeah, I'm saying we are going to win by a try.
So either way, 1 to 8.
One day.
I reckon this game's solely dependent on whether Eli Barnes wants to turn up again. He hasn't really. He
We
hasn't
haven't
really
relied
performed.
on Eli this season, and look at us. Like we've still got a good record, but not the best. But like Eli hasn't been popping off all season, and you know we still managed to get a couple wins.
Yeah, there's a couple of wins happened when Eli was playing
Yeah.
good.
The interesting
fair
thing
enough.
about that actually is over the last couple of seasons, you know, people have spoken about how Parramatta's relied on, you know, Kennedy, we relied on Manu, you know, our fullback. And that's seems to be the case of the rate, you know, with you guys this season, Timmy.
Yeah, fuck. I think it's always been the.
It was,
Yeah,
it was definitely the case last season too.
It's definitely the case
season he
always,
had.
to be honest. Eli, I've played with Eli all the time, and I always hear, "Oh, you're getting fucking carried by Eli." And I think it's all a bunch of bullshit, to be honest. Because, I mean, I don't know. It's not always Eli doing all the fucking work. It's all the forwards and shit. So, for some
Yeah.
Derek to say that shit, like,
I mean, that's it. And this is exactly right. This is what people don't get. Like, you know, if you're not making 30 tackles in the middle,
yeah,
you know, your defenders, you know, your forwards aren't rolling up the field. You know, they might not be getting on the scoreboard, but they're the ones that are making it possible for Barnes to score.
Yeah.
You know,
giving you good service from hooker and shit, the tackling, like, you know, it's not Eli doing the tackling and Eli giving himself the service. It's other players as well, and
You know,
we're not always
as-
relying on him.
As a forward, I do actually 100% agree on that. But I'm just going with the fact that you know he's won the games. Barnes has been good, lost the games that he hasn't. Or like, you won the games he hasn't as well, but you struggled against Penrith, so that's really just a loss in my eyes.
Yeah, it is a loss. But yeah, they fucking sucked that game. I don't want to talk about it.
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, my opinion, I'm gonna go. It is a toss-up. I'll go Titans 1 to 6.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going Raiders 1 to 6.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, after last week, like before last week, you would have probably gone, yeah, Titans, no doubt. But after last week's performance, yeah, I know they were trying different things, but you can just, you know, just because people go back to those said positions, you can't guarantee it's going to pop off again. So I think I have to go the Raiders on this one. I think they're going to get.
Fair enough.
course, yeah, I got to go Raiders 1-8 as well.
Yeah. We covered that one, buddy.
It's gonna be a one day game for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
All right. On to the next game. We have the Bulldogs versus Penrith. Bulldogs, pretty much unchanged. Why change what's already working? Penrith, you got Mansell back at fullback. Hopefully he swaps with Mendonca at half time. That way he doesn't get injured again. Relatively the same backline, except they have swapped Mendonca and Lomu. Lomu's on the right, not the left now. The forward pack's looking pretty similar. I'm surprised Hendrik Lind is playing 13. Seems a little small to be playing that spot. But you gotta fit in all those halves somewhere.
Fair enough.
So yeah, what do we think about this game? I'm thinking Bulldogs 19 plus. Let's just be honest.
I've always go with a cheeky little 19-18. So I've got doggies 9-18.
Yeah. Look, Penrith definitely went well against us this week, and they did get this win, and pretty good win. But again, you're playing us against the Dogs next week. Sorry guys, 19 plus.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm definitely going to be going Dogs 19 plus. I don't think Cody Mansell was the fullback option. I thought Mendonca actually had a solid game for his 40 minutes. Fullback, I thought he was the better option. I wouldn't have even thought of Mendonca at fullback, but Mendonca was a better fullback than Mansell. So I'm surprised they elected to put Cody back there.
Cody's the vice captain, so.
Yeah, but regardless, even if a vice captain or a captain, you should want your team to perform the best, even if that means you're out of position. That's why I said that's why when you were the captain, I played centre.
Yeah.
Because that's where you needed me.
Games.
Yeah, but you wanted me there, and I happily did it.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
yeah, that's the
team
difference.
mentality first.
That's the difference between good leadership and not so good leadership is willing to cut the minutes to help the team, kind of thing.
Yeah, it makes Mansell look bad in the fact that he's not going team first, but it makes Lennox look even worse.
Well, we all know what happened with Almatangi.
Strong.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
same sort of situation happened with the Bunnies. It's like, I don't know how long Liam Ryan was playing 6 because he kept putting other people in front of fullback.
Yeah, I agree. Liam Ryan's clearly the best option at fullback, so that's probably different with Liam Ryan because he's the best option there. But then I think Liam told me it's because with him, if he's not at 6, there wasn't actually another option to play 6. While at least with fullback they had options. But yeah, we should probably move on from that. We got the Newcastle Knights taking on the Manly Seagulls. Knights look unchanged to me. Same thing as the Bulldogs. Why change what's not broken? They did spectacularly. And then Manly's list is actually wasn't done by Kane. It was he's given Ethan a go. You want to read out that list, Kane, or?
Yes, I'll do that right now. Just got to get it up. Okay. So we've gone with Almatangi at fullback once again. We've gone Ray Romano and Ethan Goodwin on the wings. We've gone Taylor and Pato in the centres. Our halves pairing is Ole and Bontoff. We've gone our forwards with Goodwin and Punch, hooker Rex Buckingham. Second rows are Billy King and Creed Alex Chapman. 13, Aaron Beckman, and our bench is Kalen Kelly, Maverick Keller, myself, and Freddie Anderson.
I'm just happy that someone finally had the fucking balls to put you on the bench where you belong. It took a 14-year-old kid to do it, but he's done it. Well done, mate. Fucking well done.
I'm pretty sure you put me on the bench once.
Did I?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I got injured.
What an asshole.
Oh yeah. That was that Cowboys
I nearly
game.
broke the running record, and I got injured. Yeah, next week you put me on the bench.
Well, I'm still happy you did it. But yeah, in reality, like, let's be real, it's very hard to tip Manly at the moment. Like, I'm gonna go
Going
Knights
off,
1-12.
oh no, it doesn't work. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Knights 1-12. I can't tip Manly. I want Manly to win, but I can't see them winning.
Manly 19 plus.
I love you.
Manly gonna win 19 plus. They're gonna do it.
No way.
Nah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go I'm gonna go Manly by 12.
Manly by 12, maybe.
Well, so far I'm the only realistic one here. What about you, Luke?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I think the biggest issue you're going to have in this one now is the fact that you are benched. The fact that you won't be able to play till second half.
I will say though, Matt can attest. In Sims, Bontoff's a fucking weapon.
He is.
Yeah.
But
if it wasn't for me being in the halves, Bontoff would be my half.
yeah, but we've already established that Sims mean nothing.
I know, but I'm just going
Sims
off
mean nothing.
things that I can do and see.
I did 15 Sims against the Grubs, lost every single one, and then won the game. So, and then Bulldogs, we won every single Sim and then lost the game. So,
Yeah.
I just hope Bontoff can show off what he showed in The Sims.
Yeah.
No, I think
I
it'll
mean,
win.
for your sake, I
I'll
hope
go
so.
Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Knights 1-8, though. At least a close game, because, you know, obviously you guys did sort of take it to the Storms this week. But, yeah, Newcastle this week just did something insane. Like, who expected... no one even tipped 19 plus for the Knights. Like, even jokingly.
You know, like that.
And
That's
if
one good
Busty
thing.
turns up like he did against us,
Good
you
luck.
just can't stop that going forward. You just can't.
I'd say one plus side for Manly is like against the Storm. Like they scored points at least. Like even in that game, they had more sin bins than they scored points last week. So like that's a plus, right? Okay.
What, sorry?
Oh, I didn't hear it. Fuck.
No, I was responding. Sorry.
I basically said that at least you scored points this week, unlike last week. Like you even had more sin bins than you had points last week.
Yeah, I got 2 tries. Fuck off.
Okay, look at that.
Wait, did they make a change?
Yep.
You can't do
What?
that because they've seen our list now.
I'm guessing it could be the fact that with Rogers getting
Okay,
trouble with
that's
anti-tampering.
well, that's awkward now because it's Pete Veretta that came in. We just talk shit.
We were just talking shit.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Pete, congratulations. You get to be a part of another losing New South Origin side. Good on
guess
ya.
your prize is being the first victim.
You know what? After this Origin series and New South Wales win, we're just going to call it the Veretto effect.
That's it.
Whatever team is in, they lose.
All right, enough about Veretta. Let's move on to the next game. We got the Parramatta Eels versus the Auckland Warriors. You want to run through your team list here, Luke?
Yeah. So I've probably made the most changes I have just to any team list this week, even though it doesn't look like it. But yeah, Lachlan Cox is at fullback. I've swung the axe on Simmons at fullback, and he's moved to the wing. I'm hoping he can still sort of perform on the wing, or I might have to make another change to that down the track. Tom Jameson is going to start at hooker for us. Alistair Russell's shifted back to the 11 jersey with Marshall playing lock for us. I've benched McDonald, not for any reason, but the fact that I want to try and match the impact on the field that, when Pace and I come off. Now, I know a lot of people talk about Pace being a lock, and I would love to really sort of like give him that chance to show it and see, but at the moment I just can't I don't know if I can risk it with how much fitness he's got.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If he has a low fitness stat, it's very risky to play him at lock and then be forced to play off the bench. Yeah, I agree. I don't mind the team list. It's better than it was before, having Simmons out on the wing. I know Simmons is a good winger. He's proven that he's not a good fullback. So getting back into the position he knows how to play is always a good thing. On to the Warriors. Pretty sure their list is pretty much the same.
Main difference is Jai McCartney starting from the bench he's
due to being a dickhead. Is
Contrary
that what
conduct
you?
card.
Yeah, that's what contrary conduct is. Being a dickhead. All right. I want Eels to win every week. I want them to win, except for us against us. Sorry. But
Will
like
not having
the
Jai on
Warriors.
field for the first half make him suffer though.
Well, that's the thing.
Like, Eels have been the last 2 games. Eels at the start of games have played great, and then they just fall off somewhere through midway first half.
I think
So-
when they played the Storm, or it was this week, I can't remember which, but Hugh Snow didn't play for the first half, and that didn't hinder them. I think they'll be fine.
Okay.
But yeah, bloody, I want to see the Eels win. My tip is going to be the Eels still, because I want them to win. I'll go 1-6, but more likely, Warriors are playing good footy. Bunce is getting back to the form we know he can be, the player we know he can be. But yeah, what are your thoughts, boys?
I'm actually gonna tip Eels by 6. I reckon having Isaac Simons on the wing is a smart choice. He's a lot better winger than he is a fullback. I don't know what Lachlan Cox is like at fullback, but I'm sure he'll do a job there. Shannon Freeburn, he's fucking great. Joey June really showed what he was made of, and I love their centre pairing of June and Blaine. I think they're really good centres.
We've already established Joey's a lady. It's what she's
Okay,
made
but
of.
I like Blaine as well. I actually really rate Blaine as a centre. So yeah, I actually do think they could upset the Warriors here.
Surely Cox penetrates the Warriors' defence a couple times, right?
Look,
Yeah, I knew you were going to make a joke.
That's honestly all I can hope for. I know you're joking about that, but this is the issue with Simmons. Like, he hasn't been able to get away from defenders, and that's really hurting us.
Yeah, it's been a real problem.
I was making the joke, but I was definitely serious about that too. I want your fullback to go
Yeah,
good.
that's exactly right, and that's why I'm hoping that Cox can penetrate the defense and get in behind. You know, get the reach around if I have to.
Good old circle jerk.
What?
Okay then, everyone went quiet.
Clearly fucking not, Kane, you fucking weird fuck.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of like barely listening right now because I'm looking at the Eels team on the stat sheet.
Oh, Jesus. Well, let's move on from that.
Okay, well, I will say, Cox has got good stats. I honestly didn't even know who he was until now. Not bad, eh? I reckon these guys are pretty fucking good.
Like, he lit up the mines. Like, he was one of the big parts of the mines. The Stingray team. You know, whenever they played, he was always, you know, getting on that scoreboard. I've tested him in Sims, and you know, you know what Sims are like. So I'm hoping, you know, he does go well next week. I do have a couple options. I mean, I know you like Dane Blaine as the center, but he is one of the options I've been looking at fullback because not only is he like he's a main fullback, but I've got to get a few of his stats up first.
Yeah, the only issue I see with Cox is his speed's great. His acceleration is wonderful. His sidestep is quite low.
Yeah.
I've
His
noticed
strength is okay for a fullback.
Yep.
It's at 74, but His agility also could be up a bit more at 74, but that's doable. But his fitness is 77, so that's okay too.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, the sidestep is the real issue.
Yeah, and the sidestep may have worked at Mines level, but at SRL level, we'll have to see.
Yeah, when you've got people who like Matty himself at like 99 tackling and 99 strength, it's like that sidestep really comes in fucking handy
I
in
only
the
get
end.
stepped 4 to 5
Yeah.
times per game.
Especially when you're playing in the middle now, sort of at the fullback, not so much on the wing.
Yeah. But I hope he does it on for you, and statistics show that he's going to be real good. He's going to be good for you. So I am backing you to win this week.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've backed us 1-8. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to back against my own team, no matter what. But yeah, I do understand how dangerous the Warriors are. You know, they're in the top 4 at the moment, so it's going to be a close one if we do pull the upset. I think the biggest disappointment on it is, again, another matchup and another game where Snicko and I are not going to see face-to-face on the field.
Clearly he's avoiding you. He's scared. That's it,
I've
right?
been wanting that day for him to, you know, get that shot back on me, and it just every time we've versed each other, we've never been on the field at the same time.
There you go. Well, maybe the halftime interchanges will change that. All right, let's move on to the Storm versus the Broncos. Broncos, they got Oliver coming off the bench for the same reason McCartney's on the bench, being a fucking dickhead. Other than that, side looks really good. I haven't really seen much of bloody Ilias, but I have no doubt he'll do the job. Verado's still at 13, which is the right choice. Verado should never play 12 again. The bench is looking weak, though. It's a little bit of an issue for them, but starting side looks very strong. I expect Brisbane to come out the gates, go really good, then Storm come back into it a little bit while the bench is on. And yeah, for Storm themselves, I don't believe they've made any changes at all.
No, the team looks the same as it did against us.
Yep, that's one through 17. So yeah, I'd say what's not broke don't fix, but they did play pretty shit against Manly, so they still won. So yeah, keep the list. I'm gonna tip Storm here by 2 points. I'd say Bell for a try. Finally get one in his 51st game, not his 50th.
Thank God we stopped him.
And he went over when they versed us, and I put him on his back, so I stopped him from scoring.
Fuck yeah.
I said before the Storm and Manly game to Matt, I was like, I want him to lose his 50th because I got thrashed in mine, and I don't want him to score. And at least one of them happened.
But Mark Lee's 50th was against the Knight.
Oh fuck, poor cunt.
Oh,
But yeah. So what are your predictions?
I'm gonna go with Melbourne 1-8.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption, I think. Although, like, I could see this going either way.
They could
As
go
well.
either way.
And it could also be a blowout. You could see Melbourne go 9-18. It could go either way. It's a tough game to pick.
It's the SRL. We'll never know.
It's one of those flip of the coin type of games.
All right. So is the other boy still here?
Yeah, well, who?
Is
Yeah,
like,
but-
Timmy's gone, and I think Jack went.
Jack left earlier because he had to go and to be able to leave too.
Ah.
They wrote it in the chat.
okay, yeah. So I don't see the chat because I'm like hovering over the Streamlabs. So. Yep. Fair enough. So yeah.
In the live chat, they Jack left at 7:47 and Timmy left at 8:27.
All right. Easy as. Thanks for coming on the show, boys. It was a pleasure.
I
As-
already thanked them. Someone had to.
As annoying as the stream was, considering we've had to do 2.
Yeah, for a rare fuck up.
It's weird why that happened. I don't know why I did. Anyways, is that everyone's tips?
Yep.
All right, let's go to the Sharks versus the Roosters. I'll let you, Driscoll, say the Sharks list because you do technically support them.
Technically support them. Oh, let me get it up.
Must be hard as a Sharks fan to get it up.
Yeah, steroids really do that to you. Eh?
Obviously, they've got NBT filling into fullback as usual. Their team looks identical to last week, actually. Yeah, there's been no changes. Cronulla, for me, they frustrate me because they're a good team on their day, but their consistency is god awful.
Let's hope they
It's a
get.
team that on paper looks like they should be doing a lot better. Like they've got MBT, who's a friggin' superstar. They've got Crimp, who has been a top performer pretty much since season 1 in Manly. Thomas Archer is a great young centre, and Hone King, he's great. And Sonny Tyre, who is a solid half. Anthony Delaney, another solid half. You got a pairing of Sinclair and Remy in the forwards, and then you got Kazaka.
Karsakau.
Gasakau.
You said Hone wrong too.
Number 11.
And then you got Matthews, who has been killing it. And then their bench is pretty bloody good too.
Good depth in the bench as well. And that's what I mean. But games where I think Cronulla should win, I don't know what happens.
They're just not. They just seem not to be gelling well.
Right. So should I mention the Roosters list?
No, we'd prefer you didn't.
Okay, so you could fuck off. So the team list is relatively similar to last week, except we got Rossini coming back in, but I have swapped Lewis back to 6.
I think that's been a much needed change for a while.
Well, anyway, so Lewis is back to 6. We got Buckley coming back on. I wanted to test Robson out. Robson went good, but Buckley is our starter. You got Kerrigan, Og, and myself in the back row as usual. The changes, like the halftime changes, the stuff you don't see, that's the different one. I've actually decided that I want to give Weston a shot at fullback. I know he can play there from countless sims, so I want to give him a chance in the SRL. So him and Manu will be swapping directly
Remember,
at halftime.
You can't go off sims.
I feel like I can if it's 50 plus.
No, because I'm fucking, you know what? My sims are going great, and you said I couldn't go off.
And you know what? And I watched the Roosters somehow fail to win this game. Like, just that, because I would think that the Roosters should win, but watch them find a way to lose.
I'll have you know. Fuck you.
I believe
I think that the Roosters should win, but watch them find a way to lose. Like, on paper, I think the Roosters have a great squad and should win, but
That's been our kryptonite is execution.
So, what's everyone's bets?
Roosters
The
19
game.
plus.
No, what's everyone's realistic bets for the game?
Roosters 1 to 6.
I want to say Roosters 9 to 18, but I also want to say Sharks 1 to 8.
Which one you going with though?
Look, I'm going both. Which one have I actually picked in the actual bets?
Yeah.
I'll choose that as my answer. That might actually.
Have you done your bets?
I think I went
I've done mine, yep.
1 to 8.
Alright, let me go to
I in
bets and
fact
have a
went
look.
Sharks 1 to 8.
Okay, I was gonna call you out on it. Look at it.
Yeah.
Mr. Driscoll, what does your stats say about this one?
I actually haven't done it. I haven't done this week, so I've put the stats
You
in.
got lazy, did ya?
I've put the stats in. I just haven't done it.
So I don't mind.
been
I don't mind 30% odds, considering
Calls himself the co-host and can't even do the work. What's going on?
Oh, that's all right. I'll run them beforehand, but I've put all the stats in from the games. I just haven't done anything with it.
I'm gonna make a cheeky prediction here. Manu for a blinder. He's gonna show MBT what it's actually like to be the Roosters' number one, which MBT could have been if he didn't say no. Man's a Roosters supporter too. It's fucked.
Yeah, but all his mates are at Cronulla.
Yep. Anyways, we'll move on to
We still have to hear from 2 other people.
one, sure.
I haven't said it either.
Yeah, but nobody cares about you.
Oh, Jack Attack's back.
Hey.
Boy.
Okay, now it's 2 other people. We're just getting our tips and thoughts on the Cronulla and Roosters game.
Fuck, he's still going.
Yeah.
We got one more game
I
after
just
this.
I thought you were done.
I
Yeah.
thought we would have been done too.
Jesus Christ.
This is just normal stuff for when me and Luke Short are on this podcast.
Honestly, it's long. I
This
think
happens
we're
all
about
the
to hit
time.
2 hours again.
What game you tipping right now?
Cronulla.
Cronulla
Roosters.
Roosters.
Cronulla Roosters. I'll go Sharks will win that one, I reckon.
Ah, fuck.
And what's your
Oh, yeah,
prediction?
we got-
How much by?
Oh, it'll be a tight one. I'm gonna mute up. My dogs are barking, but yeah, it'll be a tight one.
We can't hear.
Can't
him.
hear him.
Yeah.
Can't hear him.
Oh, sweet. Alright. Well, yeah. What's the lowest you guys do? 1 to 6?
1 to 6.
You can
Whatever
say
you
anything
wanna
you want.
do.
Yeah.
I'll say 1 to 12 because that's like the betting line usually. Well, I usually use it
I'm
betting.
yeah. I'm gonna go Cronulla. I'm gonna say by 12. I reckon Mahana will score a double as well.
All right. We'll move on to the North Queensland Cowboys versus the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
I like how he skipped short again.
I swear he said it.
Yeah, I said, I think I went Roosters one day.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he never came through for me. I only heard Driscoll, you, and Jack.
Anyway, shut up, Cam. We're gonna move on.
Okay.
All right. So Cowboys. They look 1 to 17. Can't think of any changes here. If they have made a change, I'm blind. And South Sydney, pretty sure they're 1 to 17 as well, except for Dimatoni at 12 because Tabasco is on the bench injured because he got sand in his vag.
Okay.
Oh, you just got to go North Queensland, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm going North
I think so.
Queensland.
Souths have punched well above their weight and expectations, I think, this season. And
Not against us.
not against
Or
the
us. Or us. Woohoo!
But they have played well. Like, I thought they would be down with Eels and Penrith, but they aren't. But they've done all right.
Early days.
That's it.
Yeah, well, once Eels get the next 2 wins up, we might be a bit different. But yeah, Cowboys 19 plus.
Yeah, I'll go Cowboys.
I think
19
it'll
plus
break
as well.
it'll break that cycle of win loss, and all
Yeah.
this.
I'm also going
Cowboys,
Cowboys
they need to
19
get
plus. I just don't see Cowboys losing this week, especially against the Rabbitohs do have a decent side, but I just don't see them beating the Cowboys this week. So yeah, Cowboys 19 plus in for a big game, and Chris Lord to turn it around from this week.
Oh, sorry. I've just Ethan messaged me congratulating me on making the Blues. For fuck's sake.
I thought I lagged out or something. It just went dead quiet.
No, sorry.
Waiting for Matty to continue and just.
Oh,
okay,
shit. My bad.
I started looking at my Discord like, oh, I've lagged out again.
That's why I don't go on the phone.
I'm just dealing with this out smack of Tim James's post.
Oh,
Wait, Timmy's
there's
done
a
a post.
post.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, let's finish this podcast.
Yeah.
Let's finish the game. We're at the
Yep.
end.
All
We're
right.
done.
We're pretty much are done. So yeah, thank you everybody for listening in and joining me on this podcast.
Hope you enjoyed, and it was great to have all these guests on this week. It was lovely having all these legends with us.
I'd like
And everybody listening,
to the
good point. Everybody listening, go fuck yourself.
Fuck the grubs. I fucking damn it. I tried to press it and then fucking this other shit popped up.
Go on, you retard.
Bye bye. Have a good day.